couldn't come up with a name. We knew what we wanted to do. We knew we were going to have pizza. We knew we were going to have beer. We knew how great it was. But we tossed around names for almost 6 months trying to come up with an idea. And finally, I was sitting there one day with Grayson and Trey, and while I was running for county commissioner, and I looked at him, I said, what about Two Boros? And Trey goes, that's not fair. There's 3 of us. You 2 are the 2 brothers. Why are we going to call it Two Brothers? I said, not 2 brothers, 2 boroughs. And he said, I don't get it. I said, Wilkesboro and North Wilkesboro, what better way to bring the 2 towns together than pizza and beer? Mm-hmm. And Grayson said, I love it. That's it. That's our name. Trey said, I like that. Let's go with that. And so it just stuck. And so that's where the name TwoBoros came from, is to represent North Wilkesboro and Wilkesboro and how we can bridge the boroughs.
How did you come up with the graphics?
So we were sitting there tossing around the ideas of TwoBoros, and we reached out to our friend David West, who does all of our artist work for us. And I said, David, you've done great with dualies in the past. Here's kind of what we want to come up with. We are thinking 2 boroughs, and obviously a burro is another name for a donkey. What do you think about doing something like that? You think you can come up with an idea? He said, well, what are you thinking? I said, well, I really love having the Blue Ridge Mountains here, and you can see that from our location. Do you think you could do something with like the donkey and the Blue Ridge Mountains in the background? He said, yeah, let me see what I can come up with. So then he went back, spent about 2 months playing around with it, went through 2 or 3 different ideas, and then he sent me over a sketch with what is now our current logo. And I said, I absolutely love that. Let's color that in. And he'll do the black and white sketch work, and then I'll actually go back and do the graphic design with it. I'll fill the colors in. I'll get to exactly where we want to be. And so that's what we came up with. And that literally led into what is our TwoBoros logo. We had a female donkey and a male donkey representing our 2 boroughs. Now we get asked the question all the time, which is North Wilkesboro, which is Wilkesboro? And we say, well, you'll have to use your own imagination for that one.
Right.